Thank you, Mark, and hello from London. When I start researching for weekly technical patterns each weekend, usually on a Sunday night, I always start with the currencies. There are two reasons for this. I'm a strong believer that from the currency pairs, I'll get an idea of what may be affecting the markets, its moods, and what to look out for. Plus, it is also a hangover from when I ran the foreign exchange desk at ADMISI. So, you can imagine my initial surprise, followed by bewilderment and a small sense of panic, when I seemed to find no weekly key technical patterns of note in any of the currencies I follow. The currencies are usually a good source of weekly technical patterns, and I was concerned that such a lack of weekly action might mean that next week we may see a whole lot with all the volatility such actions could mean. It was only towards the end of that search that I finally found one currency pair that shows a weekly key reversal, but is not in a pair that exactly resonates with confidence in such patterns. There was a weekly key reversal down in US dollar Nigerian Naira 1 month NDF, but only just. The worrisome point was this was the third consecutive attempted weekly key reversal. The week before had been an outside week, if again only just, and a week before that had been a weekly key reversal up. All this just adds to the interweek indecision we have seen overall since Christmas. On top of that, there were no weekly key reversals last week in the stock indexes and stock index futures I follow, plus none in the fixed income futures as well. It was now down to the commodities, and luckily we did have some interesting weekly key reversals here. There was a weekly key reversal up in NYMEX RBOB futures last week, which saw an attempted follow-on higher this week, but an attempt that has been batted down. There was no other weekly key reversals in the energy markets I cover. What turned out to be more interesting was the cocoa futures market, both in London and New York. London had a weekly key reversal up last week that had an excellent follow-on higher this week, with prices not only setting new all-time highs, but also setting up the possibility of a monthly key reversal up in January. If we close on Wednesday the 31st of January, either over 35.58 or under 33.79, then we'd have a monthly key reversal in January. As I said earlier, we are looking at a possible monthly key reversal up here, though barely, but there is much of the month still to go. In New York cocoa, we also had a weekly key reversal up last week, with a similarly excellent follow-on higher this week, and also making new all-time highs as well. We also have the possibility here of a monthly key reversal up in January. So if we see a close on Wednesday the 31st of January, either over 42.77 or below 41.62, then we'd have a monthly key reversal in January. As I said earlier, we're looking at a possible monthly key reversal up here, with a seemingly stronger market in New York than in the London contract, but there is much of January still to go. Looking now at New York cotton futures, we had a weekly key reversal up here last week, which has spectacularly done nothing at all during this week. Either a follow-on higher of sorts or a pullback lower. The next one is seemingly a failure. We had a weekly key reversal up in Chicago soybean oil futures last week, the only weekly key reversal on the whole soybean crush, so no confirmation from the meal or the beans, and we have seen a contrary move lower this week. Finally, we had a weekly key reversal up last week in live cattle futures, but this is a disputed one as it's only available on longer term continuous charts. And so a heavy dose of skepticism is needed here. However, we have seen prices start to edge higher this week. As always, I am happy to share my videos, various charts, and answer any questions with anyone who wishes to contact me. And with that, I'll finish this section from London. And I hope you found these comments useful.